Oh. Try and get something to work here real quick. Dang. Maybe it's not gonna work. Well, I'll just keep checking. Yeah. RC Cola, I guess. Yeah, I figured, I knew it was working. It's just like the way I got this phone orientated. Sadly I can't see y'all's comments or messages when y'all send them. The way where I'm sitting, so I'll just keep coming back momentarily, and I'll just keep checking. Actually, I might actually from where I can sit right here. But hey, I bought a tripod earlier today, so y'all don't have to see my hand shaking all the time. And from there, hopefully it's a little bit stable. So yeah, I'll just kind of tell y'all what we got. We got one of the this is a Cobra 29, it's a new Cobra 29, 2015 model. Hey, we're waving right back, Dennis. And some of this work's already done, but basically we're going to do a comp tune on it, put this echo board in it, and VFO wind up, variable power, stuff like that, etc. Basically the normal. But I figured, hey, why not just let y'all see it maybe one time. Actually, let's set this over here for a moment. Yeah, this is actually the throw everything on table. Yeah. This is, so basically the table y'all see for all the videos and stuff like that, that's the, whatchamacallit, the do everything to the radio table. Then I got a whole separate thing over here with all the equipment and stuff like that I set it up with. Yeah, hear the dogs barking now. Oh, sorry. So right now we're just going to build the transistor variable combo, I guess, so to speak. And if people wonder what I use, I don't care to tell. Um, I mean, it's all over the internet. It's nothing fancy, especially with these. TIP 120. Right here is 1,000 puff cap, or 1,000 puff, 1,000 UF. Most of the time I use like 330s and stuff like that, but it really does not make a difference. I mean, it really don't. Basically, with the capacitor, it just keeps your, I would guess, I would say, your swing, so to speak. So. Hardest part is just basically soldering these two pieces together. There we go. This is why I like my hemostats. You literally just mount it down and solder it. It's quite nice. Lots of people got different recreational uses for these things, but I just kind of use them just to solder these down. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, a lot of recreational uses. Dang, we're gonna solder it on the back. Oh, there we go. Yeah, right now I'm just basically just trying to tack it on. I'll take it off here and I'll smooth it out from there. There we go. Yeah, it was storming here pretty good this morning. Early this morning. And then I read earlier it's supposed to snow here in Tennessee. Wednesday or something. I don't know. There we go. Alrighty. Some heat shrink. Dang. As you can tell, I lose stuff here all the time. There they are. So now we're going to put a piece of heat shrink. Personally, I've seen lots of people do this different ways. Some people just put a whole piece of heat shrink over this. I just shove one on the transistor. I mean, that's the only thing, in my opinion, that's going to cause a problem. Just heat this up. I love sorter when it's right in front of me. Yeah, I'm telling you. Heck, I lose crap all the time, man. It ain't even funny. It is not funny. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? Let's move this back out. There we go. Yeah. Burn a little bit. We'll fix that in a second. You just working? Yeah, I guess so to speak. Working on this. We got 29 here. We're tinkering with, so to speak. There we go. And then from there, you just, there we go. Seal it up on the top. Pop that back, and we're ready to go. So we'll set that on the side. Okay. Alrighty. Now, go back here. There we go. I'll tell you one thing. How you doing, bud, man? I'll tell you one thing I really like using that I wish somebody told me a long time ago. Is this. This, Kimwick. It's basically desorting braid. It's got like a flux in it. And, man, it just makes it 10 times easier. Because the problem I've ever had is like using like these. They work. But I've had like on older radios, like the traces freaking just popping off with them. I'm just like, yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. So. So, let's take this off. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, go back around. Where are you out of? I'm out of Tennessee. If you're kind of familiar with the area, you know, like I'm in Cleveland, Tennessee, basically right at like the Tennessee-Georgia line, about 30 minutes away from Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's where I'm at. There we go. I was driving this way. Yeah, I was over a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I'll tell you, probably is on I-75. That's probably one of the busiest interstates in the freaking, no joke, probably the world. Alrighty. Alright, so we took out JP30, not JP37, well, yeah, JP36. We'll get this bent. So you work on CBs, and what else do you work on? Nah, just CBs, I guess, so to speak. CB equipment, we'll put it that way. So, like, you know, I build amps from time to time, pillboxes. I repair a lot of them. I build tower accessories, you know, hinge plates, hazers, coax jumpers, mostly with RG400 coax. I do just about anything. Anything you can think of, I pretty much do it, or can do it. Let's put it that way. Alrighty. Bend this back. Build power supplies, stuff like that. All right. Bring that out a little bit wider. Let's actually do something real quick. So I contact you. You can contact me anytime. basically, I really don't have no set hours. You can just shoot me a text whenever. 423-380-9256. And I get with you as soon as I can. All right. If we can pick it up. All right. What I like to do is I just like to tack the little shorter side in first. Leave that there, so now I know it's held. Then we'll go to town. There's that side. And then that one's heat up. You can go ahead and just go ahead and come to the other side. Yep. Like shown. Yeah. 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 Oh yeah, I probably said it too fast. 423-380-9256. And if you prefer to talk on the phone, just shoot me a text. Just kind of let me know, and when it's best, I'll give you a call. We'll talk about what you need done. Alrighty. Good to go. Good evening, RC. Lily and Clay's for Kentucky, waving a hand. Hey, we're waving it back. Waving right back. Alright, so that's in. And that. Alrighty. Yeah, you have to call me later. So to speak. Alright, so here's why I use the RF gain. Here is a prime example. So, you've already got two wires that are ran for your RF gain. And basically just use them two wires to go ahead and hook up your variable and then run an extra one for your resistor to ground. So I'll just kind of show you right here. I guess this is kind of going to be a how-to video, so to speak. There we go. Oop. There's that one. And here's this one. Alrighty. Oh, yeah. Okay. You're good. Alright, so now. Here's what we do. So we'll go ahead and pull these two wires all the way back out. Pull them out through the harness. There's that one. And here's the yellow one. Wow, they're kind of snug in there. There we go. Plus it's cold in here. Can't even get a grip on anything. There we go. Now we got our two wires. Here's from the RF gain. And we'll straight wire the RF gain here in a second. Alrighty, so now me personally, I like to twist these up just to kind of make them a little bit better. Make them look a little bit better. All right. Leave that there for a second. Alrighty. We're going to come over here on the top of L15, or at the very end of it. A little bit of solder. Then, now we'll finish wrapping them here in a second. So then we'll take our blue wire and go right here on the coil. Solder it on there. Good to go. So there's that one. Now back to what I was saying about wrapping them up. Usually I kind of cut this one down a little bit shorter. Super long for what it needs to be. Oop. There we go. Alrighty. Then we'll cut this one a little bit shorter. Go over here. Strip this one back a little bit. Like that. Oops, we'll do a different one. Alrighty. And take these, clamp them down, and what a boom, what a bang. Actually, we'll come in from here. Forgot. Right there. So basically, all right, there you go. There's 90% of the variable hooked up, so to speak. And that's why I use the RF game most times. It's already there. And from there, we can just go ahead and do the rest. So usually I use this can right here just to ground off of. Put a little bit of solder there, hopefully. There we go. Yep. And I like to use a 100 ohm resistor. Does it really matter? Probably not. I know some people don't even use resistors where this would go. So we'll solder that there. Yep. I'll bring that back over here. And off the excess. There we go. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. Good. Alrighty. Now for the fun part. A piece of wire will strip back. Use the radio as your table, so to speak. That's what I do all the time, most of the time. There we go. Now we'll take this, solder this to here. Yep. And alright, kind of cut it to length. That right there. Alrighty. But now we're gonna move this over to the side. Flip this radio up a little bit, if I can see it. I'll solder this tie down here, this variable. Oops. Then we will take this brown wire we made, solder it to there. Yep. Boom. What a bang. So now we have a variable power. And so see now, usually, I don't have any with me right now, but from there I'll usually zip tie these together, these two and this brown one. Zip tie this together. Try to probably zip tie right here this harness that's coming out. Make it look nice, make it look pretty. Very demure, I guess that's however you'd call it. Alrighty. So there's that. So there's the variable. Alright, so now we're gonna do the couple modifications. Let me go over here in this box. Get these. Well, I guess another little trick and secret. These will, when you get capacitors or something like that with these things are a pain to get off. I usually just take a lighter and just heat up the glue. Usually just pop right out. Oop, one. Well, I guess I must not got that one. There's two. Alrighty. Alright. Wow, that's usually how I like to do it. I just clamp down to what I'm pulling or what I'm trying to remove, and then go from there. That. There's one. Two. Let's see, probably. Ready. There we go. This other one. Alrighty. There we go. Alright, now we'll install these little capacitors. On. But, yeah. And alrighty. Alright, now we'll solder this back in. Or solder these back in, so to speak. That one. And alrighty. So, what we got from here? See, and about right about this point, I like to hook the radio back up and kind of see where we're at. Still working. If anything happens, I'm telling you, I've seen some crap. Oh, turn this back on. Boom. That's a good sign. Turn it back on. Still working. Yeah. I'm telling you, I used to get in a really bad habit. Like, you know, I'd forget, you know, everybody's human, man. Like, I'd forget to, like, solder something back or something. Get the whole radio done, throw the covers back on. And then I'd be like, well, snap. It ain't coming back on. I have to go back through and figure everything back out. I got all this tape around here. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, variable works good. Oh, audio. Audio. Hello, audio. Alrighty. Radio. I'm doing good. So, oh. That's good, huh? Dial that in later. Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh, so we'll hook back up to the RF gain. Kind of show you kind of where to do that. Basically, wherever you pulled your wires out, you just run a jumper from there to there. So in this case, it would be from right there, and then like right there. Change a second. Yep, right there. So one thing I like to use, and this is just personal preference, I guess, and it's just easier, and they're literally cut the plane. When you do like VFO wind-ups or, well, really, when you mess with a channel 9 switch, you got all these little bitty little wires that are like this long. These are perfect length. All you're doing is just jumpering it, basically, to where the RF gain's wide open. Tin these up. Just put them where they need to go. One will go right there. And wha-bam. Chicken Bender Radio Club. Man, I ain't heard a name like that. I like it. Alrighty. So, like I said, basically, this will just jumper to where your RF gain is wide open because we use the RF gain potentiometer as the variable. You got all this going on. This is for, did a MOSFET conversion on this one, so that's what all these are for. Alrighty. Now, we will do the VFO wind-up, so to speak. That's one thing I can show y'all how to do. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I try to keep it as nice as possible. I mean, I'm telling you, I'll show you. I mean, right here, that's kind of hard to keep it. It's hard to keep it nice, and when you, yeah, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. This is all I had. But right here, it's kind of hard to keep it nice because you got so much going on, especially with a MOSFET conversion. So, like, basically, you got to put this disc capacitor with the other one. Same thing here and here. So, I just try to simplify it as best as I can, and yeah, basically. And then you got this resistor here. That's for your this one. It's your bias voltage to kind of boost it up a little bit. Then you got your resistor here for your, well, I assume for your bias as well. Then you got basically these little disc caps are just for capacitance and stuff like that. So, but anyways, you do the best you can, what you got, so to speak. Alrighty, so we'll do the VFO wind-up. So, I'll show you how to do this, basically. Honestly, the trickiest part in it is just straight wiring it to where it's on the normal 40, and that ain't really hard. So I cut this little zip tie down here so I can move these wires, because basically these are the set of wires that you're going to move, so to speak. And basically every radio is different. So like these newer ones, the newer they've came out with, the more simpler it's gotten. And rip the tape. The more simpler it's gotten. So basically you've got 6 pins back here, and you got 3 here and 3 here. When this is down, it's basically connecting your middle pins and the bottom set of pins, and then when this is up, it's connecting the middle pins and your 2 up pins. So really, You just gotta think of it that way. So basically, we're just gonna try to we're keeping it in the normal position, doing away with channel 9, and we're just freeing up the switch. So, let's see if I can see. Oh, there we go. So, like, let's use my hemostats. Move this set of wires out of the way. Don't want to burn them. Alright, so like our top pin, basically the only thing that makes it go from normal to channel 9 is this yellow wire that we'll take out here in a second. But then you got a black wire. Oh, never mind. Basically, don't gotta keep any of them. I kind of forgot. So like on this model, it don't really matter. So see, here's your prime example. If you can kind of see it. You got 3 pins here, 3 pins here. Basically for this radio, to go to channel 9, you got this black wire, and it connected it with this, or with a yellow wire. It's still in the radio, but basically just went clunk, and that went to your channel 9. So in this case, you can just get rid of all the wires. So we'll take this one off, and we'll take this one off, and we'll come back, flip the radio over, and where we disconnected this yellow wire, right here, we'll just go ahead and just take this off. So you won't need it. And here was a prime example of I like keeping these little wires because they come in handy. See, like I said, they literally come in the perfect length that you need them. Already tinned, both sides, perfect. Some people might frown upon that. Whatever, it's just a wire. I mean, really. So now, basically, the radio will stay on its normal 40 channels, and we're going to want to modify it to where this, when it goes up, we got the VFO wind up. So we'll show you how to do it. Let me go over here real quick. My wire roll. Get some wire. That's more than plenty right there. See, it kind of pays to watch some of my lives. You might learn something, maybe. you might want to hide what I do here. I mean, I had to learn. All right. Put that there. That, and we'll go to here. So now we're going to flip back over the radio, and basically we're going to put a wire, 2 wires, one right here on this top pin, and one right here on this middle pin on the channel 9 normal switch. Actually, I need to Alright, so there's that one. We'll just actually go ahead. I'll shove one of these wires to this hole right here. And we'll cut it to length because it's basically going to go right over here. That'll be more than enough. Up there, so there's that one. Now we're just going to do the same thing again. Now we're going to connect it to the top pin up here, as shown. Alright. So now, what I'll do here, some radios have these holes, or this, sorry, some 29s have 2 holes, some of them just have one big one. I try to just run the wires through the holes. Looks better, looks easier, it's cleaner. Alright, and it kind of works out better. And here's why. Alright, so basically, we'll cut this one down later. Alright, so we're going to strip the wire back here. Set it up and give it a little solder. Alright. Now, I will say, on the FM, AM, FM models, man, I wish I had one, the covers cover off of it, because I'd show you a better example. But on them models, basically, you don't have this section really at all. So, with that, it kind of makes it harder, well, I would say nearly impossible. I just ain't figured it out, how to put a VFO windup in these. So, basically with a VFO windup, what this is how do you explain it? So basically it shoots, you know, we'll have a capacitor, and that capacitance goes right here to D18, and from there basically feeds the crystal, and from there, what would you say? But basically it throws it off frequency. I mean, that's what it does. But depending on how small or how much of capacitance you use, you know, you can put 1,000 UF there and that thing will just go pew all the way to the cows come home. Usually I run about 330 UF cap, and that's what I use. And from there, basically with the switch, you flip it, connecting 2 connections, the capacitor discharges, goes to the diode, the positive side, and then feeds into the crystal, shoots it off frequency, and then as the capacitance goes away, you slide back on frequency. So to speak, your VFO wand. So, generally there's a bunch of wax here every time. I've only had 129 that didn't have a no wax right here. Take a soldering iron and melt it. And we'll come back through with a piece of solder and hope it sticks as best as it can. There we go. Then we'll take this one side of the wire that we hooked up. We'll connect it as shown right there. Yep, we are on there. And, you know, basically you're going to hook one wire up to the non-banded side of D18. Pretty sure it's D18. I usually don't even, you know, I kind of just know where it's at. About positive that's D18. But you'll see it. You'll see right here beside of it's D17. And right beside of it's where you need to be. I think you said the new 29s with FM doesn't have that same compatibility. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't. I'm about 98% sure it doesn't. Because this whole circuit right here, that's what I was saying. This whole circuit from here is not there. Basically, you have two circuit boards here and here that are sort of upright, and it's just kind of there. So like with your D18 and your D18 right here, it's not there. So but yeah. Anyways, so we'll hook that side up right there to the diode, and then we're going to take this other wire, and while I'm thinking of it, we're going to run some solder right here, because that's actually where we're going to put the capacitor to ground. Let me find it real quick. Look up here. I got them somewhere. They are somewhere. God, I got a bunch of parts up here. It ain't funny. Small resistors. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Look over here. I had a bag of them somewhere. I have misplaced them. Oh, no, I did. I did, but I didn't. Alrighty, let me look over here real quick. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. I got to step out for a second. Actually, no, I don't. Here they are. I just found them. Alright. One left. See? I thought I had one left out here. I just ordered a whole new pack of them. But anyway, just a capacitor. Just normal capacitor. Now here's a 330. 16 volts. It can be 16, 25, whatever. Alright. But the shorter the capacitance, the quicker the pew will be. And you can't really hear it. I guess what you'd say local talking, you know. It's not a noise toy, but it's, I don't know how to describe it. Basically, long distance is when somebody would hear it. Alright, so now we're going to solder this capacitor to here. Now we're going to put the ground side on ground, basically. Now what I like to do is, well, cut this off a little bit. But what I like to do is I like to pull up the positive side, kind of stick it up in the air a little bit, kind of orientate this, and from there, basically cut the wire to length, right there. Then we will strip this part back. twist this up, solder it. Actually, we're going to cut this little piece a little bit better, a little shorter. All right, there we go. And put a little bit of solder there. Grab the hemostats. And solder it down. Basically. And right there. That's how you install a VFO windup, basically. Just trim the full exit, make it a little bit nicer. There we go. And right there's your VFO windup. Right there. So you got your ground side on the cap. We're going to ground it right there with that can. You got your hot side hooked up on one of the wires. It doesn't matter which one to go into your switch. And then you got the other wire. We got it down there soldered to D18 on the non-banded side. And then from there, just basically, you know, kind of keeps it as nice and clean and simple as possible. Alrighty. So now we'll do the white LED. And I just want to say right off the bat, you know, I appreciate everybody that's came in and watched for a little bit or has watched from the beginning. You know, it does mean a lot. It really does. It really does. Because kind of story, if nobody, I guess, heard from the beginning, but I picked up a little tripod mount earlier, and I was like, hey, why not? We'll just do a live stream of this guy's radio, basically, and you know, he can see it, and then everybody else, if they're kind of curious or new to the channel or whatnot, they can watch and see what we kind of do here. So. And trust me, I get it. I understand some people don't want to sit here from the beginning to the end of this. So, you know, like I said, I do want to say I appreciate everybody that has watched. It does mean a lot. Alright, so now, for the white LED, we loosened up this bracket right here. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. Loosen up that bracket. I don't take it out all the way. And really the only reason I loosen it is because these meters, they've got a piece of glue, foam, whatever, you know, but that bracket is basically holding it in to this face. So if we just loosen it up a little bit and pick it up, we have enough room to spin it out of our way, basically. And you don't got to take the whole thing off. You really don't. So I know some people will take the whole dang meter out. I'm like, no, ain't no way. Then we're going to pick up on the little black foam piece. We're going to keep it set to the side. And then we will pull out the LED. Just like to clamp down on it and just basically pull it out like that. And right here. Alrighty. So now what I do is you ain't gonna use this, so I'll just cut the wires right here. Set that to the side. And I'll grab this wire. That's positive. Yep, it's No, I was wrong. It's a good thing I checked. It's going to this side, so it's this one. Well, I'm gonna desolder it right here. If I can remember which one. Right there. There we go. So, and, sometimes it's hard for me to remember where I even pulled it out of. So I like to pull the solder right there at the joint or at the connection. Alright, we'll pull the other one out, which should be the ground side of it. Try here. Alright. And then usually it's in this big old blob right here of solder where your ground connection is. Most of the time. Just heat that up, it just pulls right out. And so right there. Here's your 2 wires from your LED, from the factory wheat bulb LED, whatever. Put these aside because I like saving them. Alright, so now we'll get to this part. Pull the LED out. Trash it. Or LED, wheat bulb. Then come up here, grab a white LED. You're late. You're late, Storm Watcher. Yeah, I know. Heck, I was late. I think I was late for the party. Alright. There's a white LED. Here's what I like to do with these. I have seen... Hey, Ara, how you doing? I have seen so many people do this way crappy as they could. And it's crazy because it's just... Heck, some people, they just take these and just chuck them out and just stick that in there with some hot glue. And, man, they make it more work than they have to. Here's what I do. So you have your rubber piece. And I will tell you, on these, because of the heat shrink, or the resistor, and then the heat shrink itself, it's kind of hard to shove it through these baby holes. So, what I do is I take a pair of hemostats and I'll shove it in these 2 holes right here. Lock them in, lock them in, and you just twist it. Basically make it 1 hole. Boom. Now, when you shove your LED in there, you put one side in there. Well, yeah, you put one side in there. Whoop. And we'll put the other side. Obviously just the normal. But when you actually close it up, or, slide this in, instead of all this trying to go through these 2 little holes, it's 1 hole now. Well, I said that. There we go. So now we got 1 hole. You can actually slide it. Dang, it usually goes easier than this. There we go. And you can actually slide it in, slide it over it. Looks way nicer. Nobody would ever know the difference. That's just a little trick I do. A little something simple. And, alrighty. So now we'll pop this back in. I use these all the time, as you can tell. I don't know. I've got so used to it. I just like them. Now we're going to swindle it back in here. And pop this through. Well, if it's going to go in, sometimes they don't. This one's going to fight me today. Hold it a different way. dang. I guess this one ain't gonna go in easy today. Throwing stuff. Alright, let's try this again. Well, that sucks. And the reason it kind of, I've had some that do fight, and the reason is because you kind of put more than the wheat bulb, kind of what was in it in itself anyways. So it takes a little minute to get going. But it just looks way better in my opinion. I don't care to take the time to do it. There we go. Now we're going in there. Kind of shove it in there. Then be done. Yep. All right, so now we're gonna take his black piece. Getting them things in there can be a booger. Yeah, they are a pain. I freaking hate them. So we're gonna take his piece of foam back again. We're gonna slide it back in there where it needs to go. Put a little bit of pressure on her. Slide it in. Stick it right on. Then we'll pull our bracket back over. Goes back in. And then I have so many of these in my little tuning tools. I just use one of these flat ends right here and just screw it in. Don't need to be super tight. Don't have a torque spec. No Loctite needed. There we go. Move some wires around. Wires are stiff in here because it's cold. There we go. Ta-da! 100 foot-pound. That's the way I feel like some people set this crap as sometimes. All right. Now here's something I do a little bit differently, but I have a reason. And it's the way I hook these wires up. So I hook them up from the back side of the board just because, if it ever needs to be changed, this meter or not the meter or the meter, LED, whatever, everything's right here. You can just go be done, be done. That's it. So we'll take this, kind of size it, cut it. So here's the ground. We'll go back to our ground spot. And we will solder it right there. So there's that wire. And then we'll come back over here for the white one and do the same thing. That's fine. Pull that. No. There. So, and then here's the finished product. You know, super simple, super nice. You'll thank me. Whoever gets these radios, and you know, it happens. The LEDs might go out. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And you know, and then we got the hookups here for the VFO wind-up. Go through the two board holes. It's already hooked up there. It's coming along. I need to get some shut hours. See you up at 4:30. Have a good evening. Hey, or have a great evening. Hey, you too, B-Blood, man. I appreciate it. Man, thank you for staying as long as you have. I can't complain too much. Take it easy, man. We'll talk to you later. But, yeah, heck, what time is it anyway? Well, dang. I didn't realize. Well, here it's 8:53. Alright. And, probably what we'll do here tonight is I'll just, I'll go ahead and get the echo control in there, and I might call it a night myself, actually. Here's the echo board. Put this in here. We're gonna put this on the Delta tune. So let me pop off potentiometer, or the knob, so to speak. There we go. I like to take my hemostats and just kind of wring it out. Some people have thin little shallow sockets, and that's nice and all, but here we don't. Just be careful when you do this, because you could scratch the face up. I've had them slip, scratch the face before. There we go. Nut. There's a washer. Alright. And from here, you know, we got the Delta tune. I like to leave this in the radio. Not that it has a purpose, really. It's just that, from my experience, I have seen it mess with the receiver a little bit. A little, not much. So I try to keep it in there. Let's keep it at 12 o'clock, and I'll heat shrink it off and zip tie it over here to the side. I ain't gonna do it here right now. I don't think I have that size of heat shrink in here at the moment, but we'll just get it ready somewhat. Echo control. Take it in here and pop it in. Sorry, I know it's kind of off camera, but just trying to hold it here real quick. Alright, so now we'll take washer and nut, slide it over here. And Just lock it in. Switch hands. There we go. Just screw this in. All right. There's that crunk down in there. All pads. And we'll just go ahead and put the knobs on. Is that radio yours for a customer, or is it for sale? Oh, it's not mine. It's actually I guess you'd call it's for a customer. It's a order, prepaid, I guess, so to speak. I guess I could somewhat call him a local. He's here in Tennessee too. He's probably still watching, or maybe he got tired of me and, called it off. What part of Tennessee are you in? I'm actually, I guess you call it the eastern or east part. I'm actually down here in Cleveland, Tennessee. About 30 minutes, what would you call it, south, Chattanooga. That's where I'm at. At the Tennessee-Georgia line, basically. If I'm not mistaken, you said you was here in Tennessee as well, wasn't you? It's only a few hours south of me. I'm in Irwin. Oh, okay, yeah, I know where you're going now. Yeah. I guess I call you somewhat local too. What kind of power is that going to put out? Heck, can't remember now. Earlier it did about 11 to 12 bird, about 40 PEP, so to speak. Only thing I don't like about some of these knobs, I'll show it here in the video. It's no big deal, I guess, but some makeup boards, when you get them, kind of have a space, right there, if you can see it. But me personally, I kind of like that because sometimes they just sit too close on the face and scratch the piss out of it. Something's raised a little bit up. That's probably all I'm going to do for the night. So, only thing we got left to do on this bad boy is, like I said, install the echo board. And then from there, do the transmit, transmit audio mods. I do them, yep. And this right here will be good as snuff, so to speak. And hey, and if people are curious, here, we'll actually do this. You can kind of see. I'll actually hook the radio up. We'll kind of show you what it's doing right now. I mean, this ain't done, but we'll kind of show where we're at. Because I still got to go, put on scope, stuff like that. But we'll just kind of see. We'll see where we're at. I don't know if y'all could see that. Sadly, I don't think I can zoom in. Let me see. Ah, I can. That is nice. All right, so we got a 50-watt slug in there. Just to show the variable. Go up to 6. It'll go down to nothing. All right. We'll start from about right there. We'll show you average power swing. We're using a SRA 198. Oh, 10 bird right there. We'll go up a little bit. Let's go to 2. Show you average power swing. Oh, a little over 10, about 10 and a half. It's kind of hard to tell from that angle. Actually, I need to take this microphone off. I hate this thing. Let me grab my trusty old stock unit and mic. I always test everything out with. Oh, 10 bird right there. And let's go up to 6. Audio. Right there, 11 bird. Go to PEP. Audio. 39, 38 watts PEP. But like I said, we still got a little bit more fine tuning we got to do with it. Still a couple little things. But, get the zoom back out, yeah. So, but yeah, that's all I'm going to do for the night. I am beat. But I do want to say, I appreciate everybody watching and staying with me, so to speak. People that have or came in, said hello, and left. Doesn't matter to me. I appreciate anybody stopping by. It's just something. This is my first time I decided to do this, and I was like, there's nothing to, I'll just be honest with everybody, man. These 29s, they're just, it's nothing you can't look up and figure out. Some stuff's a little bit different. I do a little bit different things, but the general thing is, 29s, everybody knows them. Yeah, I thought about it, just time permitting. I had some time to burn tonight, and I was like, well, heck, we'll do it. So, yeah, radio is not, you're doing good work. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Like I said, radio's not done yet, but, it's a good head start on what we got. We'll finish it up tomorrow morning, and hopefully tomorrow y'all see a video on it, and, yeah. Anyways, we'll catch you on the flip. We'll see you. We're going to call it a night. Send me pictures. Talk to you later. Hey, I will. I'll send you some pictures. I forgot. Man, I forgot about that. I will. All right, take it easy, guys. We'll see you. Hold the nut and turn the radio. That's the way I did it. Yeah, good night.